Hi students, welcome to HP Kapadia School. I am Nisha James and I am taking biology practical. Today we are going to do another 11th standard biology practical, that is the types of plant tissue. So you know what is tissue? Tissues are groups of similar cells having same function and performing a common same structure and performing a common function. Mainly, the tissues are two types, that is plant tissue and animal tissue. Today we will learn about plant tissue. So I am starting the practical, that is practical plant tissue. Plant tissues are basically divided into two types, that is meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue are those tissue which are undergoing active division and they can capable of forming new cells. Whereas permanent tissues, they are not undergoing any division and they are fully differentiated. So today we will learn about what are the different types of permanent tissue. Permanent tissue, they are further divided into simple permanent tissue and also complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue are those tissue which consist of same type of cell. If in a tissue, if it consists of a group of cells, if all the cells are of same type and same structure, it is called simple permanent tissue. Examples of simple permanent tissue are, okay, so this is simple permanent tissue. As I already told you that this is made up of similar type of cells. Examples are parenchyma. Look here, this is parenchyma. This consists of hexagonal or polygonal cells. The cell wall is normally thin. So, thin walled cells having plenty of cytoplasm and also nucleus. Now, the second type of simple permanent tissue is called collenchyma. In collenchyma, what is the difference? In collenchyma, you can find angular thickening. So this is the collenchyma. This is almost similar to that of parenchyma, but here you can find that in the corners there are angular thickening. The angular thickening is normally made up of pectin. Now, this collenchyma, what is its function? This is giving mechanical support. And also it is rendering flexibility. This is not fully thickened, only some areas are thickened. So this is thick. So this is providing structural stability and also flexibility. Now the third one is called sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is basically two types, that is fibers and also stone cells. Fibers are elongated and stone cells are spherical. So today I will show you the structure of these stone cells. Stone cells are normally spherical, having thickenings. So these stone cells are actually providing a rough feeling. It is mainly responsible for mechanical support. So these are the different types of simple permanent tissue. Now when you go to complex permanent tissue, so what is the meaning of complex permanent tissue? If a tissue is made up of different types of cells, then it is called complex permanent tissue. Mainly there are two types of complex permanent tissue. One is called xylem and another one is called phloem. Xylem is normally, okay, why xylem is called a complex permanent tissue? Because it is normally made up of four types of cells. What are they? Xylem parenchyma, xylem sclerenchyma, tracheids and also vessels. Xylem parenchyma is supportive, xylem sclerenchyma is providing mechanical support, and then the trachea and also the vessels. This is mainly responsible for water conduction. Okay, so when you take a section of the trachea, when you take a section of the xylem, it will appear in this way. These are some cylindrical vessels. When you take a TS, it will appear just like a circular cavity. and in between you can find ये जो yellow color structures है, these are parenchyma. These are providing a structural arrangement. It's a packing structure. Okay. Now phloem. Phloem is also a complex permanent tissue because it is made up of phloem parenchyma, phloem sclerenchyma, phloem fibers. Okay, sclerenchyma is otherwise called phloem fibers, and then the sieve tubes and sieve cells. Phloem parenchyma and phloem sclerenchyma, these are providing a packing structure, and whereas the sieve tubes and sieve cells, they are responsible for food conduction. As you know that phloem is responsible for food conduction. Okay, so this is the structure of phloem. This is the structure of a sieve tube. As I already told you that sieve tubes and sieve cells are mainly responsible for food conduction. So sieve tube cells are elongated one. Then they consist of some sieve plate. There are some pores in this sieve plate. These are called sieve pore, through which the food from the lower layer entering into upper layer. The functions of the sieve tubes are controlled by some side cells. These are called companion cells. Companion cells are nucleated and they are controlling the functions of the sieve tube cell. So this is an overview of the practical. Now I am going to show you each slide one by one. So students, now I am going to show you the slides one by one. So this is the slide of a simple permanent tissue, that is parenchyma. As I already told you that parenchyma consists of thin-walled hexagonal to polygonal cells. This is normally present as a packaging structure in between the different tissues. Okay, so the structure is very clear. Okay, the cell wall is thin, have plenty of cytoplasm and also nucleus. Okay. So this is the second slide. This is the slide of collenchyma. So you can find the pointer. In the pointer I have focused one collenchyma cell, collenchyma tissue. In collenchyma you can find angular thickening. So this angular thickening helping to provide flexibility and also the mechanical strength. Okay. So that about the structure, you can find the angles are thickened. So this is the collenchyma. So this is the slide of sclerenchyma. As I already told you that sclerenchyma includes two types of tissue, that is sclerenchyma fibers and also stone cells. The pink color spherical structures you can see, that is the stone cell. As it is thick wall, the thick wall will take the stain. That's why it is appearing pink. So this is normally present in almost all the plant tissue, but you can experience the presence of the stone cells in some of the fruits, for example guava and chiku. When you are eating this guava and chiku, you can find that some roughness is coming. So that is due to mainly the presence of the stone cells. So this is providing roughness and also providing mechanical support. So this is the slide of xylem. You know that xylem is a complex permanent tissue. So I told you that it is made up of different types of cells like xylem parenchyma, okay, and also xylem sclerenchyma, then tracheids and trachea. So here I have kept the pointer in the trachea. Trachea is otherwise called vessel. So these are some cylindrical tube-like cells. But when you take a TS of the cylindrical tube, it will appear like circular cavities. So through this cavity, water is transporting. Okay. So the structure is clear. You can find the circular cavity. They are in a group of single, okay, and or in double. Okay. So through this tube, water is circulating. Okay. Water is pumping from lower tier to the upper tier of cells. So this is the slide of phloem. Phloem is also a complex permanent tissue. In the slide you can find that there are different types of tissues are there. Phloem parenchyma है जो peripheral region में है. Then you can find phloem fibers. These are elongated fiber-like cells. Then the pointer I kept, that is the sieve tube cell. Okay, that is a long cylindrical structure. On the side of this sieve tube cell you can find companion cell. These are small with nucleus. Okay, so that is actually a living cell and that is regulating the function of the sieve tube cell. So in gymnosperm you can find sieve tube cell as the conducting structure for food, whereas in angiosperm you can find sieve tube cell as the conducting structure, whereas in gymnosperm you can find sieve cell as the conducting structure. So this is an angiosperm, so you can find only sieve tube and companion cells. Okay, so the structure you can find that they are elongated and uske side mein jo small cells hai with nucleus, that is the companion cells. So by this we have explained, I have shown you all the slides of plant tissue. So I think all of you understood that. Okay, thank you.